Glad you could drop in today. We're looking at part 4 of What's the Deal with the Prodigal Son. Now, last week we left off after the youngest son had returned home. The father was overjoyed and ordered a feast in celebration of his return. But now the older brother, well, he was not so pleased. We pick up as the father tries to explain and console his older son. So his father went out to him and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, "Look, all these years I've been slaving for you, and I never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so that I might be able to celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you'll kill the fatted calf for him." "My son," father replied, "you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate, to be glad, because this brother of yours who is dead and is alive again, he was lost and is now found." So here's the reality. The door to return to God is wide open. All of us have sinned against God. Not once, not twice, but many times. Yet our God the Father beckons us. Come as you are. You are all welcome. Now, this part of the story was directed at the Pharisees. They were all very critical of those that they considered to be lowlives, the losers of the world, the people that sought out Jesus. They felt superior to almost everyone, and it was up to them to decide who had earned their salvation. Now, judging others sounds a bit like all of us at times, doesn't it? Do you think you're better than others? We all have a fallen nature. We're all fully capable to do horrible acts against one another. I was a police officer for 25 years, and I saw the very worst that man can inflict on other men, women, children, and yes, even animals. People that under normal circumstances seem perfectly peaceful, but exposed to extreme mental or physical stress and pressures, well, their evil nature took over. Most never thought that they were capable of such depravity. People that knew them would be shocked. Well, they seemed like such a nice couple, they would say. So what message is Jesus conveying to us with this story? Was it a story actually about the oldest son? Now remember, Jesus was speaking to the religious leaders and teachers of the law. Jesus was boldly proclaiming the folly of their behavior and their trust in their own righteousness and works. They trusted like the oldest son in a works-based justification rather than experience salvation by God's gift of grace through their faith. Like the older brother in the parable, they viewed themselves as worthy sons, that they were worthy through their works, through their efforts, and they completely ignored that salvation was God's grace alone through faith. Couple that attitude with the eldest son's motivation. He felt that he was deserving, and his father owed him everything. He didn't verbalize remorse for his arrogant ways, and he did nothing because of his love for his father. Everything he did was to enrich himself. And truthfully now, you tell me, was he working to honor his father or to protect his inheritance? He wasn't at all happy about his brother returning, referring to him as your son, not my brother. He felt his inheritance was being threatened. Now, there are times when we all fall short. We want someone to acknowledge our good works, to tell us thank you. And in those times, we're not motivated by honoring God. Now let's look at the stages that the older brother went through. He was reward motivated. He believed in hard work to earn his inheritance, and he was self-righteous about that. He was entitled. He deserved everything, and he wants everything owed to him because of his hard work. He was extremely judgmental against others. He felt they don't deserve anything. He felt superior to those he saw as inferior, like his brother. Let's look at Ephesians 2:8-9. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith. This is not from yourself. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. Or was this the story of the youngest son? Well, we'll pick up on that next week when we wrap this parable up. Don't miss it. It's a doozy. Hey, and remember, if you suggest a topic that we use here on the show, well, you're entitled to free stuff. The free stuff that you see pictured in front of you right now, your choice. So send in some ideas, folks. Send in questions, and we'll post the answers. Until then, remember, we're all in this together, and I'm pulling for you. May God bless you and keep you safe. Till next week, adios.